Alright guys, welcome to today's trade recap. As you can see, winning streak is over. Took a loss today. It is a little bit bigger of a loss than I wanted to, and I'll kind of explain why that is. Um, and yeah, we could just go over this trade and see what we took. So basically, bias for the day was a little bit loose. Right before market open, we did have this big displacement move here. You can see we dumped like 300 points, 250 points. So this should have already told me to be more cautious and probably even not even trade for the day. Um, One of my rules back then was if we had a big move Asia session or in pre-market, I wouldn't trade because usually that was the distribution leg, and now we are going to consolidate. What are the three forms of market? Is manipulation, consolidation, and distribution. So when we have this distribution leg, we could expect some form of consolidation, and that's exactly what we're having. If we look at the hourly on ES, let's look at this. Look at this hourly on ES. This is not favorable trading conditions. So just clearing that up. Today should have been a no trade day. Journaled it, whatever. Um, Now, also, what I want to go over, the trade that I did take was not my model, and this is something that um, I'm going to start implementing back into my system. I've been taking a lot of discretionary trades, meaning I'm not trading my full model. Um, and yeah, I've been winning here and there, but I feel like a trade like this losing, um, it just like threw me off a little bit. So, just not even gonna really take trades that aren't my model anymore. I'm gonna try focusing more on that. So let's go over the trade. I like the setup. Usually would play out. I just think the conditions weren't good for the model. So looking over here, we had the big dump. We put in a bullish SMT. So I honestly thought that we were gonna run higher and rebalance to like maybe 50% of this range, right? So a little bit, higher, or maybe even OTE. Uh, I don't think I have OTE on Top Step X, but yeah, so I was a little bit bullish to rebalance. And as you can see, market opened and we did have a little rebalance. You see, we pumped up, we took this internal high. Now, this is why I say that this trade wasn't good. If this internal high wasn't taken, I feel like this trade could have been valid. Now, what did I base this trade off of? You can see it's hard to see because we were just chopping, but right here you can see we opened up a bearish 1 minute fair value gap and we inversed it. We didn't get displacement, but usually when we have a pump like this and we inverse it, I was expecting this to hold as an inverse and then for us to pump up to this high with a stop at the candle low. Now, I was just expecting this to hold, so we come down, tap it, and then we just have a move higher. And you might say, why am I targeting this fair value gap? If we draw our standard deviation from the manipulation leg, so this low to the swing high, you can see it lines up perfectly with this fair value gap. So I really like this as the drawn liquidity, um, and it just didn't play out. Now, what are all the reasons this didn't play out? Of course, we are inside of a big imbalance on the 50 minute. On the 5 minute, we just tapped into this 5 minute, and even on the 1 minute, we did just take the internal high. So we have a lot of bearish confluences working against us. We had no SMT. We had no clear manipulation of the lows. Um, so yeah, honestly, it was just a really like bad trade. Just looking back at it, I think me being on the winning streak, maybe just um, I felt like I needed to take a trade, or like maybe it's not just because of the winning streak, but I don't know. Like today, I just felt like I wanted a trade, and I got slapped for it. I went into the day saying that I was gonna be more cautious, and then I take a very risky trade, and I got blindsided by being so bullish to the standard deviation that I didn't keep in mind that we just took this internal high. When we take some type of internal high or internal low, there should be no trade. Because if this high isn't taking and I'm in this trade, as soon as this high gets taken, my stops at break even. Because I know that if we take this high, there's a good chance, we could go way lower. So if that's my rule, why am I entering when we just took an internal high? It was just a stupid trade, and I'm happy I'm able to realize that, right? That's the most important thing. Like, yes, I could be mad at this loss and go on a revenge trade, but you got to keep in mind, you know, if I just stick to my rules in the long run, will play out. And yeah, happy I could recognize the mistake and the loss. It was a bad loss, which sucks, but we move on. $600 loss here. Uh, so pretty much that's really it. Pretty bad loss. I'm happy with it because I was able to recognize my mistakes and I journaled about it, and I'm just not gonna let it happen again. And that's pretty much it. Pretty shitty price action today. Uh, just um, didn't really notice it as fast as I should have, and really I did, but I just still felt like trading, and I was telling myself I wasn't gonna trade this chop, and I did end up entering, and I lost a significant amount, which is on me. So hopefully you guys could take something away from this video. Was on like a 2 week winning streak, and this is the days where you have to just take the loss, take it to the chin, and just move on. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything, and yeah, just move on. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.